they were living their best damn lives. It
Yeah,
was
see?
like, it was like vacation. Everybody was on vacation. Like I said, walk in the neighborhood with a glass of wine and just, that kind of stuff. But I know people were hurt. Like I know personally inside at home, I was hurting. So I don't know if they're just
Look, I
better
want
at
to
hiding
cry
it.
again.
I got stress acne today.
Oh, is that what that is?
It was a
Oh,
big
poor
old
boo.
zit. Every so often I get, but I've been stressed out, stressed out.
What's going on, boo?
I don't know. I think it's just, you know how there's seasons. There's an ebb and flow of
Mm-hmm.
things, and right now I'm like deep in the. I can't get things done, and I know that's an anxiety depression thing happening. Like it seems
Mm-hmm.
like there's stuff everywhere, and I can't get a grip
Yeah.
to get it together, and so it's just overwhelming to the point where I'm like raging out on everybody,
Oh no.
and then crashing at the end of the day. And so I just need to figure out something, like because
Mm-hmm.
it's bad. It's getting bad. So I
Yeah.
just need to get a hold, get a hold on something.
Yes, get a grip. Get a grip.
Something. Whew.
I hate that. That's like a feeling of powerlessness when you start
Yeah.
raging like that.
Like you know you can do stuff and you know in the
Mm-hmm.
moment that you're out of control, but there's
Mm-hmm.
no getting control in that moment.
Yeah.
Like
It's like a flash thing. It's like
and then
triggering almost.
and then I just have guilt because it's like I didn't need to yell at my babies like that, or I didn't need to because I'd be getting like this. I'd be doing this. I'd be like, like this, you
Oh
know?
shit. No wire hanger.
Like the psychological damage of it all makes me feel terrible.
Right? I
So
remember
then
my mommy used to
yeah,
yell at
yeah.
me.
Well, my mom used to just hit me, so I'm not doing that to my
I got
children,
both.
but I'm getting in the face. No, my mom likes the silent treatment. I'll just
Mine
ignore your
too.
existence.
I think that's why I get triggered when I get ignored. Like I
Yeah,
really do. Because I'm
yeah.
like, why you ignore me on
What I
purpose?
do? What I do? What do I? Yeah, I don't. Oh.
What ain't you telling me? Because you can't use your words.
Ugh. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, like losing it. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I promise. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just tripping.
Right? You have your own stuff going on.
I'm spiraling.
Right?
So how are you doing?
Uh, I don't know, man.
We a
I've come
mess.
into like a acceptance of life
You
kind of
have.
thing. Yeah, I mean you can't control it. So what you gonna do? I'm here. I ain't dying yet. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but it ain't happening. Oh, look, I was looking at what I was doing on March 14th,
Mm.
2020.
So I did that too. I pulled it up and got all nostalgic. And I got all
Wait,
emotional. I can't even see.
right?
Oh, it just showed me the background.
I was doing upside down yoga.
Ah, yes. And you
I
look at
forgot what
peace
that's
with it.
called.
Got your arms crossed. Yeah, with
Right?
the thick ribbon type thing where you're hanging. I've
I
never
was
tried
about 30
that.
pounds lighter.
I want to do that.
Look
Yep,
at
I was
those
30 pounds
shoulders.
lighter too. Well, I mean, I guess we should tell everybody what like
How you doing? I'm
on
sorry. I was
I just
ADD.
spilled all my
Oh yeah, you
guts.
did
I
already
spilled
told
all my
me. Yeah,
guts.
see?
I'm
Forgot a
raging.
bit.
No, but I was looking at TikToks as I do to find something that we could talk about today, and the whole feed was about COVID. And you pointed it out because I had no idea that it's like the anniversary, the
Yeah.
13th, 14th,
Third,
around that
yeah.
time. Yeah, when Trumpety Dumpety walked out into the Rose Garden and told everybody we shutting it down.
Right. Shut it down. I got some coffee. I made a smoothie. Oh, look.
3 years ago, that's what your pictures are showing.
I'm looking at 2014. Yeah.
2014.
I mean, March 14th,
I was about to say
2020.
that's a whole different lifetime. Yeah, 2020.
When did it
I was
happen? I'm trying to look at my memories to see.
Well, the
Like, this
TikTok
was
I
definitely
saw
during.
was March 13th, 2020 is when Trump made his speech in the Rose Garden. And it showed video, it was like a montage that I saw. And it showed video footage of different high schools and different schools where the teachers were, over the loudspeaker, just to inform you, we are going, student attendance is no longer blah, blah, blah in person. We are not going to be in school after
Wow.
today. Like I mean, I know you and I have different views on it, but like just watching that gave me
Yeah.
like, I mean, I'm in my feelings anyways right now, but I just like
Yeah, it
what we
upset me.
went through.
I didn't watch
but
though.
but what we went through, like, I just feel
Yeah.
like it's, whether it was real or not, because I guess we'll talk about that later, like what we went through was no small thing. Like we shut
No,
the
that was
whole, your
traumatic.
life
Yeah.
ended. Yeah. And to be
Yeah.
coming out on the
Life
other
hasn't even ended.
side trying to make it normal again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was another TikTok where it was like, oh, we're comparing what we were like before COVID and what we are now. And this woman posted a picture. I don't know if you saw that one. She posted a picture of herself, long hair, feminine appearing, dressing, had a cute peasant top on off the shoulders, cute fitted jeans. And then boom, after COVID, she was like full goth, all in black dyed hair, sharp bangs, like people's true selves came out or something. Or I don't know, something happened.
I mean, who knows? She could have already have changed over time. People change over time anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, how do you think you've changed? Like if you've looked at the pictures from pre-COVID to now, how did COVID fuck up your life?
It fucked up my life. I'm still mad at COVID. I don't care what nobody says. I ain't never gonna get over it. I'm bitter. I'm a bitter baby.
We gotta get on them shirts.
Over this COVID shoot. I was just looking like I was at trivia. I was living in Brooklyn, having
social life. Yeah.
Social life, like really just enjoying life and everything. And finally getting out, learning how to communicate with people, learning how to talk to people, managing my social anxiety, depression, all that stuff.
Traveling,
having a routine,
yep,
having close friends I can meet up with regularly to go to brunch, and just having what I suspect to be like a normal adult life.
The dream.
Right? It took time for me to build it. Like I remember I had my friends all over the house not too long before that, maybe a year or so, or like a few months before that. And we were playing Cranium, and I had that game for a long time. And see, I'm gonna cry again. I had that game for a long time, and I never had anyone to play it with. Like I never had anyone to play the games with. And even when I was a kid, I used to play games by myself and talk to myself and stuff.
Because you didn't have siblings, right?
Yeah, I didn't have siblings.
You have older siblings, but you were,
and I was pretty antisocial. I might have had one or two friends, and we would meet up in the library, but like as far as that, so I used to play games by myself and stuff. And so it's something hit me when my friends were all over and we were just having a good time playing games. And I just cried. I said, I dreamed about this, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, I felt bitter. Like I know people died in COVID and everything, but it was like, I would rather had died. Cause it's like, I felt like my life was taken away. And so when the pandemic hit, I didn't even know. My friend and I went to happy hour.
Was it closed?
It was dead. And this is Brooklyn, New York.
It was dead.
It was
like nobody showed up.
Nobody was there. It was like
news.
And then outside, like I think I was in denial because I didn't really. And then when they told us like not to go back to work and stuff, I was like, oh, that'll be a couple of weeks. I can't. I lost stuff because
treat it like a vacay.
Yeah, like I didn't realize. Like I was like, oh, I didn't expect it to go for 2 years. Yeah. So I don't know. What about you? I mean, I didn't really answer, but we can go through.
What are we saying? Like what? I can't even talk. What it was like before and after, or like, was that the question?
How did it remember, girl? I started going off. So
I know it affected my life negatively. It affected my home life negatively, I would say. Mm-hmm. I think because I'm a stay-at-home mom and I have 3 small kids. At that point, my oldest was in 1st grade. It was March of her 1st grade year. So she was like 6. And then I had like a 3-year-old and like a 1.5-year-old. Oof. And I was a very active mom at that point. Mm-hmm. Like I was on point, pack the snacks. Let's go to the park. We're going to go run errands, go to Costco, do this. And always with like all kids in tow, I had it. I had a system. I knew how to get people in and out of the car fast, car seats. I was just operating at like the best I could. Right. I was fit for having had the kids and doing all that stuff. I feel like I was in a good place physically, mentally. I was just getting off my antidepressants. So I felt like I had everything aligned.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And then this happened. And the pictures on my phone from that day, I was at the park, at this beautiful park that was by our old house where we used to live. It's called Heather Farms. And it has acres of just like play structures for different age kids, high school age kids, little kids, rolling hills of green grass where there were cardboard boxes
Aw.
there for you to slide down. There was a lake with ducks, like, and I was there with my youngest two, and I used to do stuff like that. And now I am almost like shaky if I got to go anywhere. Like
Yep.
I don't know how to function. Strap yourself in the fucking car seat. Why can't you get it? Like that's where I'm at right now. It's like, I can't deal. And it used to be my life. It used to be my routine. It was very seamless and easy.
But weren't parks
And
open during the pandemic?
no, I had a
Oh,
picture.
wow.
I had a picture where they took the basketball rims off the basketball hoops at the park so
Oh,
nobody could play.
wow.
And then they took the caution tape, the police tape, and wrapped up the play structures. You couldn't even go take your kids to play on the play structures. Like, it was wrapped up so they couldn't climb on anything. And I have a picture of that. I'll post it to our social media or whatever. It's just the back of my kids' heads looking at the play structure they used to play on in our neighborhood, wrapped up like that. They couldn't get on it. And so it was just like, okay, what do we do with our kids? And I embraced it at first. I was like, yes, okay, I'm going to do homeschooling. Obviously, everything was via Zoom for my first grader. And then just doing, you know, PE. They had like Cuckoo Kangaroo, PE with Mr. G, these YouTubers that really rose during the pandemic that were able to create content and stuff. So good for them to find a way to capitalize off it.
Shoot, I wish I thought of that.
But activities like that, and then spending outside time at our home, because that was a safe bubble, right? I will never forget the first time our family went as a family for a walk around our neighborhood. And there's like this loop you could have done. And we saw people, you can't go anywhere, but people were sitting on their porches, and they never did this, sitting in their yards. People were going for walks that would normally go for walks, holding wine, walking in the neighborhood. And I was like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if we can't be out, we're still going to be out. And we're going to be drinking some, you know, and that ticked up a lot, I think, during COVID, the drinking, the recreational drug use, all of that. So I think that probably wasn't helpful either. But I just think things were like aligned before, and now it's just chaos. And I still can't figure out a way to stack everything back to where it was, or how I even had it.
Yes, like I'm really like, I also moved too, but everything was aligned, like you said. Like, my life was going in the direction I always wanted it to go. I felt confident, like I was finally losing weight, like I was feeling comfortable in my body. Not that I don't now, but it's just like, I did all of that for what? Yeah. Like, social relationships, I don't trust people. Like, I have a difficulty dealing with people. And so, like, to have those relationships really meant a lot to me too. Because everybody's so spaced out. Yeah.
It was a period of growth. Yeah.
And then we started doing Zooms and stuff, and those quickly faded away. And it was just more loneliness. And it's like
social Zooms, like you Zoomed with your friends. Yeah.
We
did that a couple times. Yeah.
We would do wine tasting. I started a
watch parties.
Watch parties. I started an Instagram where I was making drinks, so that contributed to my weight gain. And then cooking, I was cooking up a storm. And just
baking bread. Why was everybody baking bread?
Right? What was that about? Like, what's it about being at home made everybody want to, I got my sourdough starter. It's been passed along generations. Like, damn.
That was
all
me.
Of that. Yeah. I was just making that quick bread. I ain't got time for that. And then, like,
nothing but time. I mean, what were we doing, you know?
Ordering out, going for walks. So we would still go for walks because they had to go drink. So you could buy drinks to go. We would go and walk. But it was like, I was ready for that dating piece. And I think that's why I'm so bitter about it too, because I got that taken away. I know people met and things. I tried to go on dates during it, but it was like a lot of people were scared to go out. I had a date right beforehand. And I remember I told the guy, I was like, oh, I'm not going out in this. And he wrote me back shortly. He was like, oh, I'm not interested anymore or something. It was weird, but it was like, I'd rather be honest. Like, I didn't know what was going on. And so, like, the first year I left, and I was like, this is there's nothing but all I hear is gunshots all the time.
When
and
you moved to Philly?
No, in Brooklyn. Like, all I'm hearing is all I hear is gunshots and ambulances all the time. I'm not doing anything. Yeah, in Brooklyn. I'm not doing anything. By myself. A lot of people have moved, or people just faded away. Relationships started being rocky and stuff, because it's just like the people were dealing with their own stuff.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like, this rent is going up, perks and things were changing for me. And I was like, what can I do? Like, and my friends and I had gone to Philly, and I was like, oh, this is cute. Like, I had always thought Philly was cute. And I just happened to look up a condo, and it was so cheap. And I was like, oh, I got to look into Philly. And so I was one night on the dang computer playing around, not even paying attention, and put an inquiry on my credit report. And I was like, fuck, like, oh man, because I was looking up mortgages and stuff. And somebody in a financial group was like, you can make as many mortgage inquiries now for 30 days. And so I was like, okay,
go to it. Take advantage.
And I got like pre-approved, and I was like, okay, well, let me just see the broker I saw like on the sign of that condo, and I called them.
It's like you fell into it. Like, it's just kind of,
And I still don't know what I did, but it's like bought a house. And so that's something
a positive.
Exciting.
That's a positive to come out of COVID.
But I was scared,
that's a huge
though.
Step.
Yeah, those interest rates were low. Yeah. I was scared, though. I was scared. Like, I was thinking, like, I couldn't go in the basement.
Like, what am I doing? Oh.
Yeah. But now I can, like, so I see like a lot of growth in that. Like, I see a lot of growth with myself, but the social anxiety is up. I can't deal with people. I have to go to the bathroom every time before I leave the house. I don't feel comfortable, and I
still do. I do that anyways. When you weren't doing that before.
Shit. No, I'm talking about shitting.
Like, oh, the anxiety of it. Yes. Yeah. I feel that too. Yeah. When you get nervous and all of a sudden you got a dookie. Yeah. And you like get that out. Yep. I know what you're talking about.
That's part of why I'm always late, because it's like, it's so hard to leave the house. And I always got to.
We talking about shitting before we leave. Thanks, COVID.
Thanks, COVID. Was the one who told me it was goddamn anxiety. I was like, every time I leave the house. But it's like, I don't want to. So it's like, I don't want to leave the house. So I'm kind of in a weird point where I'm comfortable at home. I don't really like interacting with people. I don't like people generally. I can see through the fakeness. I can see through the games people play, the manipulation tactics and the people pleasing and all that stuff people do. And I don't want to like, that's how I learned about codependency through the pandemic.
Do you think, but okay. So this is my question about it then. We look back at pre-pandemic times with fondness, like things were aligned. But I think that being home with ourselves for 2+ years led us to read more, listen to various people, experts on things, and learn about codependency and all these other things. Whereas ignorance really is bliss. We were happy before.
Happy being codependent. Shoot.
But that's, I mean, you sent me, or no, you didn't send me, I think you posted Abba and Preach. Talked about living life. How we live life is for other people. It's for that connection or whatever. And so it's almost like, I almost feel like people preyed on us during COVID times. Like, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you, you don't need anybody. Maybe they were trying to teach us a coping mechanism for being alone when we aren't meant to be alone. We're supposed to be out with people. We're supposed to be out trying to please people. Because that's being kind. That's being nice. That's what people should do for each other. And if you feel good about pleasing someone else, it shouldn't make you feel bad because you feel, you know what I mean? Like,
there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's more if you're like denying yourself, forsaking yourself negatively.
Well, I mean, I don't know. But I just feel like there were happier times. And I don't know if that's just because, I mean, again, ignorance, we can never go back to what it was. Because I feel like we're so forever changed.
Ain't that some shit? I said, ain't that some shit? Oh, ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Goddamn.
Personally, I don't think I will ever be the same after COVID. COVID has changed my life, and not for the better. I was growing into an adult, and I feel like I've regressed. I struggle to interact with others. I struggle to find joy and meaning in life. And the vaccine possibly could have given me some health impact. And because of that, I know that COVID has changed the trajectory of my life. Now I can sit and wallow in self-pity, or I can continue to live. I try to continue to live, but the impact of COVID-19 just won't go away. It's always going to be there. And so the next challenge is knowing that it's always going to be there. How do I just deal with it and say, you know what, this is what it is. This is the life that I have right now. And I have to keep going forward because I'm doing that. And you know what? It's not enough. Beam me up.
I know so many people, and I'm like, is it a racial thing? You know, I always try to wonder,
Always got to bring it back to race.
yeah. But like so many like white people who just they thrived during the pandemic, met their spouses,
Wow.
traveled the world, like all these different things, and it's like they thrived, like nothing stopped. A lot of like nothing stopped, and it's just like
I'm trying to think of the people I know or the people
is it
in my
family
life.
like having more like already having that big social circle already, so you have like, resources during the pandemic, social resources. I don't know, but a lot
or
of people,
just a
they thrived
general
during it.
outlook, maybe.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think because when we break things down into like race stuff, I like to think of what other factors that maybe
Mhm.
tied to race are the reason, and not just hey,
Yeah,
you're white or you're black.
comfortability, like
Because the
yeah.
people I knew, I was in a mostly white area, liberal white
Mhm.
area. They were living their best damn lives.
Yeah,
It was
see?
like, it was like vacation. Everybody was on vacation. Like I said, walk in the neighborhood with a glass of wine and just
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. But I know people were hurt. Like I know personally inside at home, I was hurting. So I
Mhm.
don't know if they're just
Look, I
better
want
at
to
hiding
cry
it.
again.
Yeah, it was tough time. I'm so grateful for this podcast. Like, don't get me started because I'm emotional right now too, and I'm trying to hold it. But I'm so grateful for that. We started this as a way of connecting.
Yeah.
And so it's good comes from it. But I just wonder because some people did thrive in this, and they've found ways to create content and do things to, you know, like I said, the YouTubers and stuff that did the kids stuff, the kids PE at home, like people found a way to make something of the shit that we were in. And then I feel like a lot of us were just wallowing in the shit. Like, what do we do? And I'm pissed because I feel like we didn't have, and this is whatever, because I just can't stand the man. We didn't have the leadership we needed to make us feel like it was okay. Lie to me, okay? Like in a good way. Don't lie to me in the way you was doing, because it led to more uncertainty. There was no leadership for me. There was no like, we don't have all the information, we will get it. It was more like, let me just tell you something to make you feel good, but it's wrong. So I just,
and then didn't they find out they was lying about everything anyway?
Everything.
Like the Wuhan, it was actually from a Wuhan lab after all. Like,
I mean, I don't
not that
know.
it matters, but
I don't even know. And for me, like, I don't care, but I feel like I needed to see more of the humanity in it instead of posturing and I'm right. No, you're right. It became too partisan where it was like, we fucked up right now. Can you just help us? Like, quit trying to tell us mask, no mask, ivermectin, this, put bleach.
it's
like,
yes. If it ain't, if it's COVID, pass Lovid. Like,
yes. But it created more uncertainty.
Division, uncertainty, division.
Yeah,
we going back to Jim Crow.
Fear.
And it's like, that's fear. Exactly. It's the fear. And it's like, I don't know why, like, you know, through my work and stuff, like, you know, I work my personal work. My anxiety has been pretty much together. Like, it's not as bad as it used to be, like even a few months ago. And so I'm glad about that.
At your job, your work?
No, like my personal work, like doing my self work.
Yeah.
My anxiety, like I feel like comfortable. And also anxiety medication, you know, has helped. I think it's finally kicking in. You know, I wasn't giving it enough time before. And
adjustment period. Yeah.
It's like, I'm okay with uncertainty. You can't control. And I don't know, am I just hopeless now? Like, I'm like, you know, bring
numb.
It. Bring
like,
it.
am I numb? Yeah.
Bring it. What you gonna do? I don't have
do
it.
I not
I don't
care
have it all.
anymore?
Bring it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's.
Let's post pictures before and after of COVID.
The uncertainty of it. I don't know that I have pictures of myself. I have pictures of body parts because it's always the kids I'm taking pictures of. But I have a pair of joggers, gray joggers that I had that were baggy. I used to pull them up my calves, like to, you know, kind of have them like cropped almost. Pull them up. Girl. If I can't get my leg through one of them legs now.
Right? Luckily, I don't have a butt and I got a big old stomach. I can squeeze it.
Everything. It's just.
But yeah, I gave away a bunch of clothes because it's like I couldn't fit them anymore.
Yeah. What am I going to do with that?
I was squeezing into them with the 20 pounds. Once you get to 30, 40, like now I'm about 50 pounds. I'm like, damn. But that's another thing. Like, then we were talking about that earlier. Like, I feel bitter, like the vaccine, did that mess me up? Like, was it just, what do you call it? Causation or correlation? Like, I'll never know, but I know.
I wonder about that though. Cause I feel like there's a lot of things I wouldn't have questioned. Again, I'm bringing it back to Trump because I can't help myself.
Yeah.
But had he not, like, just the political climate, the social climate we live in now is so frustrating because you don't know what's real. People can't even agree upon what's real. And so you don't know what's going on. And so in my whole life, I've got doctors in my family. I once wanted to be a doctor. I feel like we should trust people who have donated what is it? Not donated. What's the word? Devoted their entire lives to science. Like literally their whole, I've seen how hard, and you've dated scientists, know, like engineers, how hard they work to get this right. It's not like fun and play, whatever. They're trying to save lives. They're trying to do something meaningful. And for us to just be like, nah, I could do my own Google search. Like, what? The audacity.
But it's actually right. Like sometimes, like I've been noticing through the pandemic, it's been bad. Like the Google search is actually better than the doctors right now.
I don't know.
They're overworked.
I like
an appointment.
But to the point where we have people at a lower rate vaccinating their kids for simple shit like measles, because now we have created and sown seeds of distrust in people who know more than a businessman or a lawyer, or, you know what I mean? Stay in your lane. I feel like
but
I don't.
Also, that's another thing. This was also something that was very political beforehand.
Very.
The measles was going around and all this stuff. And so
there was a resurgence.
Latched onto it. Yeah. Latched onto it. And even in New York, it never stopped because we had the Hasidic community. They don't believe in vaccines. And so it was always controversial. So then it was the perfect opportunity for those contingents to be like, okay, I'm pro-vax, anti-vax. You know, it was the same stuff we were already hearing, but now it was a cap, just like with George Floyd. It's like the same stuff, but now there's a captive audience. And now we're still into like people's still into the pro-vax, anti-vax, and like all down the line. I'm like, at this point, do you protect your people as much as possible? I don't know what's real. Like I said, I don't know for me personally with this weight gain and hormones and all the stuff I'm going through.
We also in midlife too. So this is one hell of a time for stuff to start hitting.
It's like,
perimenopause and all that stuff.
I'm not even in that yet. I think that's like older, but yeah, I'm not in that yet. Which is why it took a lot of time for me to even get some kind of like medication for my stuff going on. And it's like, this is ridiculous because I like you said, like, I don't know if it's, like I said, I don't know if it's causation, correlation, but it's like, I was already turning 40. I was already like,
it messed our 40th up too. Well, I mean, we still went out for your 40th, which was awesome.
Thank you.
We still were able to do that. But that was deeper into the year, you know? It wasn't like March. Like my birthday's in May. So I had a plan. I was going to Hawaii. That was going to be the first trip my husband and I took without the kids. It was going to be a week in Hawaii. It was going to be bomb. I was so excited. We had stuff planned, helicopter rides, this, that, whatever. Yes. And then canceled. So
y'all got that on the books though.
I don't know what we doing. But it wasn't going to be, you know, it's still not the same. You know, M's turning 40. Let's celebrate. And it was going to be a celebration, but now it's be 43. So what are we going to do? You know, 3 years later, it's just different. It's
like I lost care. Like 2021, I had a birthday and I was crazy on that birthday. Apparently I was like wilding out. And I'm like, well, glad somebody remembers, but that was about the last birthday I cared about celebrating. And then it's like, I don't know what changed, but I don't care about birthdays.
We're also older. Like fuck, who cares anymore? Like, I feel like the joy of life has been removed in some way. And that's sad. But I'm in a place. You know, when we first started recording today, like I'm in a place. So take that as what you want. Yeah. But I do feel like the joy of things has been removed from a lot of activities for me. Like I don't enjoy sports as much as I used to, like watching games, going to games, that kind of stuff. I could give two shits about who won the Super Bowl, who's doing this. I don't care anymore about that. I really don't care about anything outside of my house. And because that's become my world.
I don't care about anything. Like it's bad. Like I cared about the Super Bowl, but I didn't really care. It was more like festive and fun because I live in Philly. Yeah. Like I do stuff. Like I'm going to see Beyonce. I'm going to concerts. I'm traveling.
Hey, okay, baller. Going to see Beyonce. No,
the real tickets are not expensive. That was all hype. But it's like I'm trying to give myself stuff to look forward to, and I'm not excited.
Yeah.
I'm not excited. I'm just like, I'm going through it. I feel like a rat in a cage, despite all my
All my
rage.
rage. I am still
like
that rage. Woo!
There's no
That
joy.
rage.
I wonder if it's like stage 4 lackaditis, you know, like, is it like
I mean, it could be that. But then
Yeah.
when I got it.
Huh? That's what I'm saying. I was like, there's no, what do you call it, panacea? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm just struggling with life, with wanting to live. Not that I'm gonna do anything, but it's just
Yeah,
like for what? For
the
what?
joy. That's what I'm saying. The joy of it. Because before
Yeah.
you would wake just for the joy of a trivia, or going to trivia tonight, going to do this,
Yeah.
and having, I got my yoga class tonight, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even do that anymore. And I remember in the beginning, well, look at you. You're gonna have them tight buns and legs. I can't. Yeah. Well, that's something that went up too. All I did was eat.
Yeah,
I ate my feelings. That's what I did.
I'm scared to look.
Uber Eats was at my house every single night. I'm not even joking. And I know that was a huge contributor to the weight gain and just feeling shitty about myself, because as soon as I moved here, we stopped the Uber Eats and I dropped 20 pounds. And we have stairs now too in our house, but
you ignored it.
but it's not, it really isn't that noticeable. It's noticeable to me, because I can move a little better and health issues are gone, but my clothes are not telling me any different. It really isn't. So, but yeah, that's the accessibility of everything. The way they made everything able to be brought to your doorstep instead of you having to go get it has now, it's hard to change back to, like, I'd rather pay a little extra and have Instacart bring my groceries than for me to go out and actually, and then be mad about it.
Yeah.
But then be mad about it when they bring a bruised apple or something. Whereas I could have taken my ass off the couch. I'm not on the couch, but like gone out into the world and picked the stuff I want. So sometimes it's almost a treat to go to the store, because I feel like I put my AirPods in because I still don't want to talk to people.
Yeah.
And I'm out and I feel so energized after. And I wonder why in my head, why am I avoiding this so much?
Yeah.
When it brings me energy. You talk about that, or you're a vampire for energy. That's like, can't get it at the house.
You really can't. Well, I don't know, put some good music on. And yeah, but yeah, like I was really avoiding going to the store, and I was just realizing I was paying, like, you don't even want to know like how much.
Yeah, for delivery,
DoorDash and stuff, and Instacart and the tips and everything. And so I said, I take my bar class. It's right by the bus stop. I was like, I'm gonna just go to Trader Joe's afterwards, make it a routine.
Yeah.
And it worked out. So the bus never came, obviously. So I ended up just walking to Trader Joe's. It was a nice rainy day. Nobody was around and nobody was in the store. I got everything I needed to do and went on the bus. And
you were out.
Yeah, I was out. I felt good. I felt invigorated and I had a good day. That was actually a good day. And it's just like, I think it was because nobody was in the store. I can't deal with
when it's too much.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to make that a routine, like every couple of weeks, just go to bar class, go to Trader Joe's, get what I need, and then I'll still order stuff because I can't deal with the other.
I think that's the key. And I think that is what was missing
routine
for those years, is routine. There was a routine before. And now it's like, well, I work from home. I do school from home. I do everything from home.
Yeah.
I don't have to put underwear on. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even tell you how many friends of mine were like, yeah, I stopped wearing underwear. I'm like, I still put my panties on. Like,
yeah,
that's so weird.
Well, I have to put.
I mean, I stopped wearing a bra, but like,
I don't really wear a bra as much.
Just not wearing the underwear. Yeah, fuck a bra. Like, I can't even with that anymore. But the underwear, it just cracks me up. Just stop wearing underwear. Oh, okay. That's what we're doing in the pandemic. Okay.
But I need draws. So I will say, I do need draws. I didn't stop wearing underwear, but I didn't buy new underwear. I think I bought like a few on Amazon or something, and stuff is ripped to shreds. I'm like, okay, I gotta get some new draws.
How often are you supposed to replace them? I feel like there's certain things you're supposed to replace. And I saw somebody say, oh, you replace underwear every 6 months. I'm like, bitch, no, you don't.
Yeah.
What's going on with your underwear? Unless you really wrecking through them or something. I don't know what you're doing.
Well, I put these in the dryer, like the ones I have on right now. Like, they were cute underwear, but like I put them in the dryer. And so now, like, the pieces of rubber or whatever that is, the fabric,
elastic.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I was like, oh, well, I'm still wearing them, but I'm gonna throw them away. I
wear stuff. I wear stuff till I literally cannot wear stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Like, everybody got period panties. unless
Yep.
you're wearing diapers or thinks or something like that. I have underwear from when I was pregnant. If I'm feeling real fat and not wanting to do life, I'm putting them granny
Yeah.
panties on. Like, you know what I mean? I've got
I got
different. It
thongs. I
depends on
just
my
look at them
mood.
like,
I can't
yeah.
even
I
do a
just look at
thong
those
anymore.
thongs
Fuck a
like,
thong.
I just might
Nope.
as well throw them away. I don't know why I'm looking at
Torture.
it.
Why? Who?
Right?
Why? That was the stuff
Like,
when I was younger. The cute little. Do. No, that
I'm
stuff
like, I'm not
hurts.
ever gonna wear that. Why do I?
No. Mm-mm. Anyways, I don't know. Same with bras. I don't know how often you're supposed to get them, replace them.
I don't care about no bra.
I can
But
never
I
find
would
them
like
that
to
fit
get some
right
cute.
anyways.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would like to get some
Never.
cute underwear just for the
Hey.
colors. Like,
And then dance around in your underwear. That's one way to create a
yeah,
vibe. Get your energy.
it's a vibe. Oh, I do that anyway. Remember, I was like, "This is who am I, Tom Cruise?"
Sliding in your socks.
Yeah, we be having
Yeah.
shows in here with the cats. We be having shows. That was. Oh yes, I'm so glad you said that. That I think that was traumatic for me with the pandemic is that I was regressing into my teenage years, like because I
What do you mean?
didn't socialize. I stayed in my room all the time, and it was comfortable to me. Like I had the internet probably before a lot of kids had the internet. I was on like IRC internet relay chat. Like I was like in my own world. And I
Yeah.
stayed in my room, brought my food to my room. I had a TV, I watched my shows, my
Yeah.
Comedy Central, my MTV and stuff. And I was on the computer, and it was comfortable to me because I didn't really know how to deal with people. I was scared of people. And so it was a paradox, I guess, because I was afraid of people, but wanted to be around people. And that's what social anxiety is. And so a lot of those teenage like things that I had healed from came back, and I was like, I guess I didn't heal from it, but it was triggering in a way because it was like I fought so hard to get away from this life, and now I'm back in it. And now I don't know if I ever want to like have a job that's not remote. Like
You want to just
I
be
don't know
home.
if
I think a lot of people feel that. A lot of people are like, you want me to go back in the office? I quit.
Yeah,
They're just like,
I'll have to do OnlyFans at that point.
woo, woo. Some
There
people
got to be
making
some audience.
cash.
Got to be an audience somewhere. Got to be an audience.
Ooh, wee. I could never.
I'd wear a costume or something. I don't know what I would
A
be
mask.
doing.
I have too many identifying marks on my body.
Same. I got a unique body.
Unique body.
Somebody used to say that all the time.
COVID. Fuck you, COVID.
Fuck COVID. The COVIDs.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have much else to say to it. I guess my number one concern though is how this is affecting my children. I have one who just grew up in COVID. He doesn't know any different. He's 4 now. Since he was 1, he's been dealing with COVID times and masks. He wears masks for fun now. He'll just be like, it smells funny in the garage. I'm gonna put a mask on for, so he just wears a mask whenever he feels like it.
Aww.
Yeah. I don't know. I wonder how it's gonna be. Socializing, that kind of stuff for them.
I can't wait to see him.
Yeah, they're a trip. They are a trip for real. Anyways, any final thoughts?
Who?
Damn, no. You got the COVID now.
Nope. Yeah, that's another thing. That was the first time I was ever sick. Like really sick. Like laid out sick. Never been sick like that, laid out in the bones. So fuck COVID. Yeah. I know it's real.
Yeah. It hit our house. When it hit our house, it hit it pretty hard. My daughter was asymptomatic. I was like, how do you do that? And then my youngest was really bad. So, but we're okay.
We still here.
Yep.
Onward.
Anyways.
Let it cut out. All right, boo. Love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of Two Girls Shooting the Shit with Em and Mo. Please enjoy this mindful moment. Growth is often uncomfortable, messy, and full of feelings you weren't expecting, but it's necessary.